welcome back to Anfield Index TV. It's Nina Kauser. Look at me being consistent with another video from last week. This week, I know it's international break and we hate that time of season, but there is something to discuss. As you've all heard, Jordan Henderson has committed his long-term future at Liverpool Football Club. You'd think the captain signing a long-term deal would fill a lot of fans with confidence and they'd be happy to secure that kind of player, but I feel like it's news that's sort of divided the fan base. Geez, you wouldn't think we were on top of the league. I mean, I don't quite understand why he divides the fan base so much, in my personal opinion. I mean, I've got some thoughts on him, and when I read the sort of narrative on Jordan Henderson on social media, I don't think he's as bad as his haters suggest that he is. And I also don't think he's as great as his fanboys sort of big him up to be. Don't get me wrong, he has a lot of flaws in his game and we know he has limitations, but I also feel like he has a lot of strengths. To me, I'm just okay with Jordan Henderson. He's had bad games, he's had good games. I mean, speaking of a not so great game for him and where he is limited is maybe the number 6 role. We only have to go back to the game against Leicester where he of course played the number 6 role, and granted it was his first start for the Reds this season, and to me he looked a little off the mark, shall we say. I mean, all season we've had Gini Wijnaldum fill the number 6 role and I think he's played it really well. He's kind of made it his own in that short gap. And I feel like the defenders really got what Gini Wijnaldum was all about. And I felt like it just felt like a little bit of madness to play Jordan Henderson in that role, especially against a team that pressed so much like Leicester City did. I mean, those are his limitations. I feel like he probably would have been better in an 8 because in that game we kind of lost 2 midfielders. But then having said that, he's had some great games for Liverpool. I mean, you only have to go back to the quarter-final against Manchester City where he had some of the best games. He was involved in the pressing. He loves to press, but he doesn't like to be pressed. And my personal opinion with the contract, I'm quite happy that Liverpool have given him a long-term deal. I think it's great for Liverpool to secure their assets. And if you think about the long run of things, Jordan Henderson, he's your captain. You want him to be happy. You want him to be secure. And in years to come, who knows what the future holds? He might decide that he wants to move on. Wouldn't it be better that we actually get some money for him rather than him going on a free? Another reason why I find it strange that Liverpool fans aren't thrilled with this news about Jordan Henderson committing his long-term future to Liverpool is, look, we've just lost Emre Can. Oxlade-Chamberlain is not going to feature in the season for us. Well, that's what you'd think anyway with his unfortunate injury, and you know what it's like at Liverpool Football Club. When players drop, they drop like flies, and you need a player like Jordan Henderson. I'm not saying like he's a starter when Fabinho starts, don't get me wrong. I think the midfield has been picking itself with Gini Wijnaldum so far, James Milner, and of course Naby Keita, but you need players and you need strength on the bench. And the times that Jordan Henderson has come off the bench for Liverpool, I think he's been quite assured and, he's tightened things up. And to me, I don't think he's as bad, but I don't think he's as great. I think it's okay to just be straight down the line with Jordan Henderson. I want to know what you guys think about Jordan Henderson. How do you feel about his contract extension? I think it's great. If he does want to go in the future, if we do decide to sell him, at least we know that we might get something back, or he might just decide to stay and just become one of the squad players that Jurgen Klopp needs, because, these seasons are going to be long and competitive now. So give me your thoughts on Jordan Henderson. What do you think? Is it a bad move by LFC to give him a long-term deal? Do you think it's a great move to keep the captain happy? I want to know your thoughts. Comment down below. Let's have a discussion. Also, whilst I have you here, please do check out AI Pro. There's some awesome content there. And I think the only pod that I can really sort of plug, and it would be wrong not to, is the King and AI podcast with, of course, Kenny Dalglish. Do check that out with his son Paul Dalglish, and Eddie Gibbs does an amazing job hosting that. It's also on the free side now on Anfield Index, so do check that out. It is for an incredible cause, the Marina Dalglish appeal. do listen to the pod, and if you can, it'd be awesome if you could donate to this fantastic cause as well. Whilst you're here, please do subscribe to my channel. I'd love for you to keep this channel growing, and it'll sort of motivate me to do more videos. I could be your James Milner of YouTube and constantly, you know, churn out those performances. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in my next episode, which will be pretty soon, I promise you. Till next time, take care and up the Reds.